Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to be here present in Chile in the CRU meeting. Today I'm going to talk about how we are making mining smarter, more efficient and sustainable, with particular emphasis on the role of technology and partnership in helping tackle some of the biggest challenges the industry is facing. And I'll focus on practical steps our industry can take today, as well as how we think about the future. Good. First, let me tell you about Weir. Weir has a unique position in the mining value chain no other business can provide, on a range of mission-critical solutions from the pit to the process plant. We have leading market positions and premium brands, and we are proud to say the majority of the world's copper is processed using Weir technologies. We offer highly engineered original equipment and aftermarket spares, increasingly with digital connectivity, and backed up by an extensive service network across 60 countries around the world. Customers look at Weir as a key enabler of innovation and performance improvement in the industry. And we're working together very closely in partnership to develop new technologies that will help the mines of the future. We know that demand for metals will continue to increase with demographic drivers, as we saw in the morning. And as the rise of the electric vehicles and transition to renewable energies and generation gather pace, this is translating into significant increases in demand for copper, as well as other metals like nickel, cobalt, and lithium. At the same time, there's a technology shift underway in which mining, as the industry tackles the ongoing challenge of ore grade declines. This means more material needs to be mined and processed, while keeping safety at the top priority, also responding to pressures to decarbonize and reduce energy and water consumption. Without a reduced environmental impact, the mining industry will not have the social license to operate, and this is absolutely critical. That's why mining needs to be smarter, more efficient, and more sustainable, and technological solutions have a critical role to play. To achieve significant lower emissions, we believe the focus should be on three priorities. The first one is technologies to optimize mining processes today, to deliver increased efficiency and lower emissions. The second priority is on technologies that transform mining operations to deliver step changes, improvements in environmental impact. However, achieving the low carbon future requires partnerships across the industry and wider value on the chain. Additional company industry cannot address the net zero challenge alone. Now, let me share some of the ways we are addressing this challenge. I'll start with technologies to optimize mining processes. With our unique viewpoint at the heart of the mine, we are working with customers to develop integrated solutions that have substantial impacts on overall efficiency, increasingly enabled by big data and artificial intelligence. We boosted our capability late last year when we acquired Motion Metrics, a market-leading developer of innovative artificial intelligence and 3D machine vision technology. The Motion Metrics technology is already used in several mines around the world. For example, it has been used as a copper and gold mine to gain reliable particle size distribution measurements, which have been used to optimize their drill and blast designs. Optimization at this stage will benefit downstream processes, especially comminution. But beyond this, we see a much broader opportunity to use 3D visual technology and artificial intelligence to provide data on the performance of equipments, faults, payloads, and rock fragmentation through comminution and across the mining process. Optimization will get the industry some of the way to lower emissions, but there is also the need for new sustainable solutions designed to deliver a transformational change in emissions reduction. If we look at energy used across a typical open-pit copper site, There are two large drivers of emissions. The first one, as I said before, is diesel, which is used on a variety of mobile and stationary equipment across the mine site. The second one is comminution, where large rocks are ground and crushed. Here, the majority of the mines still use legacy tumbling mill technology. At Weir, we have developed endurance high-pressure grinding rolls that radically reduce energy consumption by up to 40%, significantly reducing cost and CO2 emissions. Indeed, including the impact of reduced grinding media, we estimate that each installation of an endurance HPGR reduces an average 12,000 tons of CO2 annually. This is more or less equivalent to about 4,000 vehicles in a year. At the same time, also has the potential to be a dry process, which is an incredibly important benefit in water-scarce regions. We have continued to see rapid adoption of the market-leading technology, which in the last year was selected in around 80% of the hard rock expansion projects that specify high-volume, large-format HPGRs. Now, let me give you an example of technology in action. The Iron Bridge project in Australia, Western Australia, announced back in 2019, is a premium-grade magnetite mine. The customer had a very clear objective. They wanted to the most energy and cost-efficient process plant with a minimal technical and commercial risk. We first worked with them on a validation phase, then agreed on an innovative but proven flow sheet incorporating Weir's dry comminution circuit, which includes HPGRs. So why is this so innovative? As well as being very energy intense, traditional comminution always generated waste. In this particular case, 67 million tons of material are needed to produce 20 million tons of products. So as well as delivering the most energy efficient solution, our dry comminution flow sheet means that waste is removed from the system at the earliest possible stage in the process. Around 1/3 of the total waste is captured early and captured dry, reducing the wet tailings requirement for the plant. Such is the effectiveness of HPGR technology. Around 50% of remaining product is already at the final size after stage 1 processing. So, as well as reducing energy consumption by around 40%, there's less water and less waste, transforming the environmental footprint at key processing also. As I have discussed, innovative engineering and digitalization are crucial to making mining operations smarter, more efficient and sustainable. But to make a lasting difference, everyone in the value chain needs to play its part. For our own part, we are making good progress on our plan to net zero, aiming to deliver absolute reduction by 2030 that are also aligned to science-based targets initiatives. We have also completed our assessment of Scope 3 emissions, which confirmed that by far our biggest overall impact comes from reducing the energy consumption of our products in use in our customer sites. That's why we're so focused on helping our customers meet their net zero environmental emissions, both in terms of products we have in the field, but also where being developed. Finally, though eliminating these emissions will depend on a switch to low-carbon electricity on mine sites, and truly, net zero mining depends on changes to economic systems beyond the mine, like national, international energy markets. Systematic change needs collaboration and partnership. Partnership works, but the challenge ahead requires a much more collaborative and open approach than we have today, between key stakeholders, very important communities, including the original equipment manufacturers, miners, the energy sectors, and the governments. Let me conclude with a very short summary. This is a technology-led transition gathering pace at the global mining industry, looking to achieve net zero and full ESG promises, while we also need to produce more essential natural resources for the world. That's why at Weir, we are focused on optimizing today's technology, adding big data, artificial intelligence to drive incremental emissions, reducing for our customers. And we are delivering transformational technologies to deliver a real step change on lowering emissions. But we recognize that the transformation at a net zero future can only be achieved through partnership and system solutions, bringing together collective and diverse expertise to overcome these global challenges. We invite all of you to join and look forward with you as we continue to play our part. Thank you very much.